This presentation is provided to you by Dr. Jacques Digliani. Dr. Digliani is a licensed psychologist and a former deputy sheriff, police officer, and detective. During this period of service, he provided psychological counseling services to department employees and their families. He was also the clinical supervisor of the agency's peer support teams. Dr. Digliani is the author of numerous publications including Reflections of a Police Psychologist, Contemporary Issues in Police Psychology, the Law Enforcement Peer Support Team Manual, Firefighter Peer Support Team Manuals, the Law Enforcement Critical Incident Handbook, Law Enforcement Marriage and Relationship Guidebook, and Emergency Services Dispatch Support Information Handbook. This presentation is designed to provide awareness of the secondary danger of firefighting and provide supportive processes for firefighters to ask for psychological support. The Firefighter Peer Support Team Manual should be used in conjunction with this presentation and is available to download from the web address on the screen. Let's look at the 3 seconds of emergency services. The secondary danger of firefighting is the idea that equates asking for help with personal and professional weakness. Secondary danger can be summed as an attitude which includes the idea that firefighters must show no weakness. Secondary injury is the harm that can be caused to firefighters when they are poorly treated following involvement in a critical incident. Secondary trauma, also known as vicarious trauma, refers to the indirect traumatization that can occur when a person is exposed to others who have been directly traumatized. Secondary trauma is a real concern for the spouses and family members of firefighters that have been involved in a critical incident, as well as previously non-traumatized firefighters and others participating in departmental critical incident debriefings. To better understand the seconds, consider the fire service culture. The primary danger of firefighting can be defined as the inherent dangers of the role. For example, running into a burning building to undertake a rescue, ventilating from a rooftop, or responding to an incident involving hazardous materials. The often overlooked secondary danger of firefighting is increased when fire service culture discourages firefighters to speak out, and departments do not provide support to firefighters facing often challenging and traumatic experiences related to the role. Fire service primary danger is addressed by undertaking basic, advanced, and ongoing training. How dangerous is firefighter secondary danger? It is so dangerous that some firefighters will suicide before asking for help. The Make It Safe Firefighter Initiative is aimed at reducing the secondary danger of firefighting. The Make It Safe Firefighter Initiative seeks to 1. Make it personally and professionally acceptable for firefighters to engage peer and professional psychological support services without fear of agency or peer ridicule or reprisal. 2. Reduce firefighter fears about asking for psychological support when confronting potentially overwhelming job or other life difficulties. 3. Change organizational climates that discourage firefighters from seeking psychological help by reducing explicit and implicit organizational messages that imply asking for help is indicative of personal and professional weakness. 4. alter the profession-wide fire service culture that generally views asking for psychological help as a personal or professional weakness. 5. Improve the career-long psychological wellness of firefighters by encouraging fire departments to adopt long-term and comprehensive firefighter support strategies, such as the comprehensive model for peer advanced strategic support. Here are the 12 elements of the Make It Safe Firefighter Initiative. Number 1. Every firefighter to self-monitor and to take personal responsibility for their mental wellness. Number 2. Every firefighter to seek psychological support when confronting potentially overwhelming difficulties. Firefighters do not have to go it alone. Number 3. Every firefighter to diminish the sometimes deadly effects of secondary danger by reaching out to other firefighters known to be facing difficult circumstances. Number 4. Veteran and ranking firefighters to use their status to help reduce secondary danger. Veteran and ranking firefighters can reduce secondary danger by openly discussing it, appropriately sharing selected personal experiences, avoiding the use of pejorative terms to describe firefighters seeking or engaging psychological support, and talking about the acceptability of seeking psychological support when confronting stressful circumstances. Number 5. Fire department administrators to better educate themselves about the nature of secondary danger and to take the lead in secondary danger reduction. Number 6. Fire department administrators to issue a departmental memo encouraging firefighters to engage psychological support services when confronting potentially overwhelming stress. The memo should include information about confidentiality and available support resources. Number 7. Basic training should occur in stress management, stress inoculation, critical incidents, post-traumatic stress, firefighter family dynamics, substance use and addiction, and the warning signs of depression and suicide. Number 8. The development of programs that engage preemptive, early warning, and periodic department-wide firefighter support interventions. For example, proactive annual check-in, early warning policies designed to support firefighters displaying signs of stress, and regularly scheduled stress inoculation and critical incident stressor management training. Number 9. Fire departments to initiate incident-specific protocols to support firefighters and their families when firefighters are involved in critical incidents. Number 10. Fire departments to create appropriately structured, properly trained, and clinically supervised peer support teams. Number 11. Fire departments to provide easy and confidential access to counseling and specialized fire psychological support services. And number 12. Firefighters at all levels of the department to enhance the department climate so that others are encouraged to ask for help when experiencing psychological or emotional difficulties, instead of keeping and acting out a deadly secret.